I'm at a client site and I have had a great conversation about coaching. And I thought I'll share with you things that I discussed with the client when it is fresh in my mind so that it helps you to look at coaching for your own organization also. So, as I was discussing with the client, one of the things the client asked me is that how do I make a distinction between which coach would be best for my organization? And I said, one of the things I do at Crossover is that I look at how the coach is really thinking about coaching, which means that there are a lot of coaches who follow a lot of this coaching process. They would ask the right question, they would pause at the right time, everything. But still, there is something that is not there, which is the clearing of their own self. Which means that they're not fully with the client, thinking about their transformation in that journey. Which means that the coach has to really be not just doing the process but really concerned, which I mean that sometimes you go to certain places or somebody's house, and if they are going to go out somewhere, and you suddenly get a sense that they are not really ready to receive you, or you landed at the wrong time. How does that happen? That comes from the neurons that you can experience from the other people, and that same thing happens with the coach, because you're talking about human transformation, and that doesn't happen just always with the rationality. It also, there is something that happens between the two people in the conversation, that shift. And the extreme example I gave is that when you go to a temple, or whatever religion you follow, to a holy place, and the deity doesn't talk to you, but when you go there, you still feel very nice about yourself in that environment. That is exactly with the coaches that we have at Crossover. The moment you are with them, you see that shift happening. And it's a very, very subtle distinction, which the client really loved this analogy of this holy place. So that is what we guarantee about the coaches that we try and impanel at Crossover. So we were very happy with this explanation of how do you really identify a coach. So hope you find this useful.